it's getting too dark. I don't think we can continue on. Yeah, stop. I mean, we're about 2 miles away. It's getting too dark. I mean, if we head out now, we might run into something dangerous in the woods. Well, I do have a suggestion for this. I'm only just getting the hang of it. Do you know the wizard Leomund? No? Leomund was a wizard who was part of the Circle of Eight. He's an ex-member, I believe. It's more complicated. You'll get into the studies soon. But here, let me pull out. Alright, here. Yes, just a small crystal bead. With this, I should be able to cast his spell that he made. Leomund's Tiny Hut. It'll only take about a minute for me to cast. Cool. Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be able to... What it'll do, it'll make a 10-foot radius dome around us. It'll just pop into existence. We'll be able to sleep in it. Yeah. It should be fine. It won't break. It'll be fine, don't worry. It's basically indestructible. Nothing can pass through it, but we can, unless I let people pass through it and whatnot. It should be able to be comfortable and dry regardless if it rains or whatnot. Yes. It lasts about 8 hours, so we should be able to get a good night's rest out of it. Don't worry about it. I should begin casting the spell. It won't take long. If you need a calm emotion spell, we can do that too. Alright, don't worry. I'll be able to get this done rather quickly. Alright? Now, shh. I need to focus. This will be only the 3rd time I've cast this spell. Home is shelter from storms. If you have built a castle upon the ground, that's where it should be. Now put a foundation under us. You see, it wasn't that difficult. Well, it's transparent to us. Put your hand against it. Right? Give it a little knock. It's perfectly fine. It's not transparent on the outside. It's kind of opaque, nearly. I mean, they can see, like shadows, I would suppose. It's... Well, I can choose its color. I chose green because it matches better with the forest. If a cat comes by or a boar, they'll just probably walk over it and be confused for a bit. Nothing too difficult to deal with. We could also put our hands out like this. Yes, it can be both solid and non. It's like a invisible force nearly for us. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. We just need to get a rest and get back to the school tomorrow morning. It should be fine. We'll just get up. Only 8 hours of rest. I mean, I usually sleep for about 9, but that's just me. And maybe we can study spells together in the morning. I mean, you have your book with you, right? No. Okay. Why would you not have your book at you if you went out to practice? Oh, well, you can look at mine if you'd like to. I mean, I don't have a lot of spells that you'd probably be able to cast, but it should be fine. No, I'm not trying to insult you or anything. It's just the spells that I learned are quite more complicated. Yeah, they're meant for not first years, but they're meant for 2nd and 3rd years. I mean, I do have a spell here. We can take a look at it rather quickly. Right here. Alarm. Yeah, so it's basically a spell which allows you to put an alarm around you that can be tripped by anyone. Yeah, it's really good. I highly suggest that you study this one. I mean, it's not really helpful when you're using one of these, but But also, if you'd like to, you could do a slightly larger where we are. And just have it set up like that. You don't need to worry about much, though. I would suggest falling asleep soon. Have you never slept in the wilderness before? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Oh, about a bedroll, that would have been nice, but I did not. I apologize. I didn't expect to be out so long. You know what I could do? How about I tell you some stories? Will that be good? You lay down here. Take my hat. Should be a nice little bit to rest your head on. And I can tell you some stories. There's plenty of things out there. Oh, what to do. Oh, there's plenty of things out in the world. You know what? Dragons. Have you ever noticed the storybooks say so much about dragons, yet we see so little? It's an interesting thing. That would be Dolores Dragonbane, a sorcerer in his own right, not needing to practice his own spells. He is older than the kingdoms, yet with his youthful appearance, he remained young, and he found his way throughout the kingdoms, helping both sides of wars, playing them off each other. And while that was happening, he used their armies to slay the dragons. Very few dragons live now. And they call him Dragonbane for killing all the dragons. I mean, the Templars tried to assassinate him too. They brought a regular dagger and tried to stab him in the back. The knife shattered against his spine, not even piercing into his flesh. It turns out that Dragonbane himself took the dragons' bodies, drained them of the blood, and used them to enhance his own abilities. He's a terrifying sorcerer, but he hasn't been seen in over 100 years. He just left. He was one of the most powerful sorcerers on the planet, and now he's just gone. I don't know why, but it doesn't bode well for anything. The dragons slowly make a comeback over these 100 years. You'd see a few small of them out there, including the dragon riders that came from the south. They have a more symbiotic relationship with the dragons than we ever had. And I suppose that's perfectly fine. But some would say that some dragons are quite dangerous. Those chromatic ones are dangerous in any place. The chromatic seem to stay out of it, but it seems the more numerous ones are the gemstone dragons. It's like he never even attacked them. So we're wondering, it's a theory that Dragonbane made a deal with the gemstone dragons to remove the chromatic and metallic dragons from this plane, and he was nearly there. And so here we are. Few dragons remain, while we sit around wondering what could have been if Dragonbane wasn't here. Is that not enough? Well, it's not really a lot. He's in a few history books. There's always more and less. But who knows? You know, he always did push the people away from going after the Lich in the Wastes. I mean, that's also like myth, but some believe it's true. The city of witches has their protections from the Lich of the Wastes. So we're wondering even further. There's so much questions. How come the dragons were stopped so easily by Dragonbane? Did he partner with the gemstones? Why is he protecting the witches in the wastes as well as the lich? It's quite confusing. Oh, my stars aren't helping. Oh, I didn't want to do this, but you know, I am a 3rd tier caster. I do have spell sleep. It should be able to put you into a magical slumber. Well, we could always try. Here. Let me put your head right here. Yeah, right here. Just lay right here. Let me put my hands on your forehead. Now, you need to be very calm about this, because you shouldn't be resisting this if you want to fall asleep. Alright? Good. Alright, I shall begin the casting. Sleep. That wasn't so hard. Well, at least they're sleeping now. I should probably get some rest too.